All right, look at verse 17. Now when they had passed through, they left Lydia's house and they kept moving. The word of God you must flow with it. You cannot go in here and choose a verse and talk about it. It doesn't make sense. So they left Lydia's house, and now where are they? Now when they had passed through Amphipolis and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica, where was a synagogue of the Jews. So Paul said, we went through these other cities, and now we're going to Thessalonica, where the synagogue of the Jews was, where they met. And Paul, as his manner was, Paul said, this is my reputation, went unto them, and 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures. So it took 3 weeks, 3 Saturdays. And he said, let me tell y'all what the word is saying. Opening and alleging that Christ must needs have suffered. It was necessary that Jesus went through it and rise again from the dead. And that Jesus whom I preach unto you, he said, he's definitely Christ. And some of them believed and consorted. We agree with you, Paul. We become one with you, even if everybody else don't, we do. With Paul and Silas, and of the devout Greeks, a great multitude. So it was a whole lot of Greeks, and these Greeks were devoted, and they were serious. And of the chief women, not a few. So they had women that was agreeing, chief devoted Greeks. But the Jews which believe not, we got to have somebody got to come against it. But the Jews which believe not, move with envy, no, you're not. Took unto them certain lewd, low-down fellows of the baser sort, got some scandalous criminals, well, not good behaved, not good reputation, and gathered a company and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason. Jason was one of those who believed, and they went in and came after him and sought to bring them out to the people. Jason and those that were with him, and when they found them not, they drew Jason, certain brothers of the rulers of the city, crying, all right, we don't know where Paul and Silas is, but we'll get Jason and the folk that's in his house. And they brought them out unto the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down, I come here also. We heard about those Jewish people. We heard about Paul, and he came here to start some foolishness up in here. Whom Jason had received, and these all do contrary. And Jason let them folk in his house, and they do contrary to the decrees of Caesar, saying that there is another king, this Jesus, his name Jesus. And they troubled the people and the rulers of the city when they heard these things. Oh, somebody trying to take my place. Somebody trying to take your place, I'm telling you. And the last verse says, and they troubled the people of the rulers of the city when they heard these things. And when they had taken security, they had to post bond of Jason and of the others, they had to pay money for nothing. They said, you can go. They let them go. Our government is still doing the same thing today. We fight against the light, and we love living in the darkness. So the word of God is the word of God. And Paul was simply doing what he knew had to be done. And anybody connected to Paul with the word of God, and Silas along with him, and Timothy was somewhere around. These people had the truth. The people didn't want to hear it. And why do you have to tell a lie every time you get ready to see somebody doing something right? You got to go find somebody of the lowest, just some low down folk, to be your band of who you think can demolish the truth. It didn't work then, and guess what? It does not work today. And the story, the truth of the Word of God continues. I'll be back if it's the Lord's will.